What the fuck is up, sexy people? What's up? What's up? Oh fuck. Oh, meme coins is a fucking disaster. To be honest, I mean, I'm not here to talk about meme coins at all for this stream, because I have dedicated a series for it, but shut the fuck up. Not gonna lie, trading meme coins is very easy if you do micro transactions, right? So the basic thing about trading meme coins is like, well, first of all, do your researches like I did in the recent stream and hit a fucking trade and sell like almost immediately. But not almost, it's like if you only put like, I don't know, let's say like if you only put like $100 and you sell, the fees are gonna get most of your profit, so you're not even gonna be profitable. You're gonna end up just paying the site, which is fucking stupid. So like, you just have to manage all of this, and I realized that mistakes yesterday. It was like, fuck, such stupid mistakes. But it's like I was getting better at it, but it's like well, it's almost like resolutions to problem creates more problems, right? So now it's okay, though. I've learned from it. You can never be too sure of things in life. You can be a little bit more sure the next day and the next day, but you're never gonna be 100% sure of something. Anyways, we are at how to read news data. I think it's just gonna be a yap session, but it's also gonna be important. Because reading news data and when you're day trading is actually an important thing, not gonna lie. So what is he on? Forex Factory. Forex Factory. Well, I always, yeah, currencies, USDs, because my friend, like, helped me with this shit, because he's also trading, and he is, a lot further than me in this, but, he helped me, filter all of these out. Alright, let's just resume what we've learned so far, like every stream. So let's start with a break of structure. First of all, we're gonna go in futures, because if you don't trade futures, you don't like life. By the way, TJR made a stream with Toji. Toji's trading Forex like it's a fucking for his gambling addiction, basically. Wait, let me go get a clip real quick. Which is fucking insane, bro. I don't need to sign in, just fucking... Oh, for fuck's sakes, why? Not this one. It was pretty funny to see how, like, this guy just doesn't give a flying fuck. Yeah, they made a meme coin about him. Wait, let me just put on audio and mute my mic.
Dude, there's no way you guys are making fucking Togi coins.
Quick buy.
Oh, we're in on the Togi.
Yeah, we're in.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
I'm waiting for
That's
you,
crazy.
but
1000% in 5 minutes, bro.
Okay, wait.
I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told
This is absolutely insane. But yeah, let's just remember what we did. Okay, so break of structure. I'm gonna mark out all of them right now. Fuck. No, I'm stuck with this. No. We have a move up and a move down. That's a low and that's a high. Down, that's a move up, actually. Wait, that's a move down, that's a move up. That's a low, that's the high. It's always these fucking breaks of structure that fucks me up each time. So this one closed there, didn't break. This one started there, closed here, so it broke structure like almost immediately there, but let me just get something. Because I made a shitload of fucking notes. What time? What? The market is still open? Oh, we're in futures, right? Okay. If in an uptrend, we are watching the lows. Okay, if in a downtrend, we are watching the highs. Move down, move up, down, move up. So it broke here. Right there, because that's a move up. It broke. Move up. Where's that? I don't know. Wait. I can't really tell, but there's for sure a break of structure here. Because the candle closed above it, so now trend is, well, shifting. Or even then, in a downtrend, you're never watching the lows. We don't give a fuck about the lows. We are watching the highs. So, lower high. Lower low. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high. Wait, so is that like consolidation? Right, yeah, so this is consolidation, so it's like kind of fucked up. When price are in order for it to be a break of structure to the upside, it has to close above the most recent high. In order for it to be a break of structure to the downside, it needs to close below the most recent low. Okay. You have a move up, move down. We're in an uptrend, mini uptrend. Move up, move down, move up. Candle closed here. We might have another break of structure right there. I don't know. It's like I have to zoom like 1000. Yeah, kind of. Okay. No, fair value gaps, which are insanely easy to understand, even more easier to break a structure. Because in a break of structure, you really have to identify the candle who broke the structure, right? So there must be a fucking fair value gap somewhere around here. Wow, these are all weird candles that I've never worked with. Oh, we have one right here. Fuck. Wait. Alright, we got a fair value gap right there. Yeah, so it barely broke structure. So holy fuck. This mic is not stable at all. Anyways, now for well, liquidity. We have liquidity right here, sweep, fall. We have liquidity right here. Oops. Sweep, rally. It's usually when it's, I mean, we got liquidity right here, sweep, so it probably will rally up. Because right now I'm using, oh, whoa, what is happening here? If it closes down, we have another break of structure. Oh, actually, we already have a break of structure right there. Okay. So sweep. Let's put this one right here. We have another one. Too many fucking lines everywhere. Hold up. I'm not really going too far into all of TJR's video right now. I'm just mastering what I've learned so far. And to make sure I never forget. Well, technically, we have liquidity right here. Right? Sweep, fall. It broke. But now it's sort of like consolidating because holy fuck, the market is weird. I wish there was a fucking way I could. How do I trade on trade IDs? No. How do I trade like on a demo account? Is it possible? Because I've never went this far yet. Maybe I should learn at some fucking Alright, anyways. Let's get this over with. It's late, I'm tired, fuck this, but why not?
Camp. I'm just gonna stop saying the days because I don't know where we're at. I think we're getting close to 3 weeks, so hopefully you guys have been powering through. Kind of crazy. I've been uploading every single day for 3 weeks. Seems insane. There's been some days where we've literally uploaded 2 videos a day. It's really motivating. Want to keep it up. We're almost a month into this, and we're we're working slow and steady. All right. We're getting to where we need to be. We're slowly, we're almost done with the building blocks. We're almost getting into strategy. Probably by the end of the month, we'll be done. We'll be done with the building blocks and we'll have the strategy locked down. But today is not about trading. Today is about kind of like psychology, or it's sort of about trading. But since we had CPI news data today, I figured today is one of the best days for us to talk about news in the market and what types of news you shouldn't trade, why you should be patient with news. And I was actually just on a Zoom call with my Discord, and it actually made me rage seeing how many people traded during CPI and before CPI and wanted to trade after CPI. So I figured, let's make this the video for today. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about news in the market. Okay, so first of all, this is going to be who knows how long, but I'm going to try and cover everything about news possible in this video. So hopefully we don't have to cover it again. And I'm going to try and drill this into your guys' skull about this shit. So first of all, where do I get my news from? It is called Forex Factory, okay? So I literally just go forexfactory.com. And when you come on here, initially, it'll look like this. Let's put all these things on here. It'll look like this. And this is a lot to take in. Okay? So, the way that I like to do it is I know that these yellow folders, these are just random stupid news events that happen day in and day out that don't really affect the market. That's why they're yellow. Okay? So I get rid of those. I leave the gray folders because those announce like bank holidays and days where there aren't trading days. So I get rid of the yellow folders, and then I also get rid of all the currencies that I don't trade. So do I trade AUD, USD, or any?
Right, so like I did, just get rid of this, get rid of all of currencies besides USD. He's gonna explain why in a second.
AUD pair? No. Do I trade any Canadian dollar pair? Nope. Do I trade any CHF pair? No. Do I trade any Chinese yen pair? No. Do I trade any European pair? Nope. Do I trade a GBP, a Great British Pound pair? Yes, I do. I trade GBP USD and GBP JPY. Cool. Do I trade a JPY pair? Yes, I trade GBP JPY. Cool. Do I trade NZD? No, I do not. Do I trade a USD pair? Yes, I trade GBP USD. I trade gold, and then I also trade the S&P 500. Your S&P 500 news events will be covered by USD, okay? And then from there, trade a USD pair? Yes, I trade GBP USD. I trade AUD USD or any AUD pair? No. Do I trade any Canadian dollar pair? Nope. Do I trade any CHF pair? No. Do I trade any Chinese yen pair? No. Do I trade any European pair? Nope. Do I trade a GBP, a Great British Pound pair? Yes, I do. I trade GBP USD and GBP JPY. Cool. Do I trade a JPY pair? Yes, I trade GBP JPY. Cool. Do I trade NZD? No, I do not. Do I trade a USD?
Okay, so depending on where you're at, I think it's just a personal choice of what will you trade on, but I don't see why not, honestly. I'm just gonna follow his path, I guess.
Z pair? Yes, I trade GBP USD, I trade gold, and then I also trade the S&P 500. Your S&P 500 news events will be covered by USD, okay? And then from there, I hit apply filter, and boom, much prettier, knocks it down to what we need to focus on. Okay, as you can see, it labels what currencies the news is for right in here. Okay, so from there, right, we filtered it down, Okay, now let's talk about what news we should try and avoid. Most of the time, if there is a red news folder, no matter what, I will always wait until the news comes out, which you can see what time it comes out right here. And the nice thing about this is it gets set up to like it.
The clock's wrong. Mine is actually at 11:40. Okay. Well, it's 11:40 over here, but okay. Not much news today. You can go in up next tomorrow. You'll see some news at 12 a.m., 3 a.m., 8:30, 9. Okay. Today. Well, today's finished. Because if I just go back right here, right, it's done. It's past 10 a.m. What time is it on this fuckers? Yep, these are all done.
Automatically like connects to whatever time zone you're on. So this, it'll say it in your time zone. So today we had CPI. As you can see, red folder, red folder, red folder. We also have 2 red folders on GBP. Overall, just a terrible probability day to trade, right? We have 3 red folders. We know that CPI news data causes havoc in the market, right? If we look, we can see like even on GJ, oops, if we go into the lower time frames, we can see how large these wicks are. Like, boom, this is right when CPI came out. Massive wick. Let's look at gold.
The Forex.com app. Use one swipe trading to enjoy lightning fast trading wherever you are, offering advanced trading view charts and analyst tools with real.
Let's look at the news from today. More. No, I just want the news for today. Okay, let's at 10 a.m. Let's go at 10 a.m. on USD. What did he do? Wait.
Folder, red folder, red folder. We also have 2 red folders on GBP. Overall, just a terrible probability day to trade, right? We have 3 red folders. We know that CPI news data causes havoc in the market, right? If we look, we can see like even on GJ, oops, if we go into the lower time frames, we can see how large these wicks are. Like, boom, this is right when CPI came out. Massive wick. Let's look at gold. Right, this is during CPI. Massive wick, like, this is not price action that you are able to trade. It is unprobable price action. So why do we want to wait until after news on red folder days? Because news is going to drastically affect the market. And the nice thing about this is, let's say we only have 1 red folder, and I'm okay with trading on red folder days. it just depends on which ones. Okay, so let's say we have a red folder day and we see the market and we wait for news to come out, and news comes out, we let price develop, and news doesn't affect the market that much. Then I will be okay trading. Right? If news doesn't affect the market for like after like 15 or 20 minutes after it comes out, so at like 8:45 or like at 8:50, if news didn't affect the market, I would have been okay to trade. But knowing CPI always affects the market. Okay, so that's my kind of overall rule with news. Red and orange folders, always wait for news to come out, let price develop, see if it drastically affected the market, you know, with large wicks, large moves, okay? And if it does that, don't trade, okay? Do not trade. And if it doesn't, okay, you can potentially look for a trade, but still be playing on that defensive side, still be playing with that patience in mind, knowing that, hey, today will probably be a lower.
Okay, so he is explaining Forex. So basically, let's go on GP. Wait. 10 a.m. today. Let's go at 10 a.m.
Probability day. I should probably risk less. I should probably reduce my risk. I should probably be looking to not trade unless market gives me a great opportunity. And most of the time, it won't give you a great opportunity. So de-risk yourself from the market when there's big news. Okay, there's a couple news events that I always avoid. You guys should write these down. CPI, PPI, FOMC, and NFP. Those four: CPI, which happened today, PPI, which is happening tomorrow, FOMC, which is also happening tomorrow. To not trade unless market gives me a great opportunity. And most of the time, it won't give you a great opportunity. So de-risk yourself from the market when there's big news. Okay, there's a couple news events that I always avoid. You guys should write these down. CPI, PPI, FOMC, and NFP. Those four: CPI, which happened today, PPI, which is happening tomorrow, FOMC, which is also happening tomorrow, and then NFP, non-farm payroll. Anything that says non-farm employment, non-farm payroll, nope, no go. Okay, those four I do not trade whatsoever. Okay, so I won't be trading tomorrow. The following day, this day, I don't want to trade. I probably won't trade on Thursday either, because look, we have 1 red folder, 2 red folder, 3 red folder, 4 red folder, orange folder, another orange folder, a fucking red folder, and then an orange folder, okay? And all of these are for USD. So if anything, I'll probably only be looking at like GJ on Thursday.
Vention rend l'automatisation industrielle accessible à tous les fabricants. Concevez des équipements
Right, because all of these are USD pairs, and all the pairs that I trade are USD besides JPY. Okay, and again, I'll look at the market after 8:30, right, and see how price develops after all this news comes out, and I'll make a decision, right? Because this isn't CPI, this isn't PPI, this isn't FOMC, and this isn't non-farm payroll. However, this is a lot of red folders. So low probability, de-risk, see what happens to the market. If it makes a big move, we're done. Okay, on Friday, this is a perfect example of when I would trade and how I would trade news. We have news that comes out 30 minutes into market open. Market opens at 9:30 for me. Boom, news comes out at 10. What am I going to do? I'm going to sit on my hands, fucking tuck that shit under my ass, and I will not trade until 10 a.m. hits. And I still won't trade until like 10:30 hits, because we need price to develop and we need to see what happens with consumer sentiment. And even then, will I be, actively trying to make a lot of money? No, I definitely won't. Why? Because this entire week is flooded with news. This entire week has so much news. Okay, so it's best to sit on your hands. Don't trade in improbable conditions. Be patient. Remember, this is what we talked about. Be patient. Look for a reason not to trade, not a reason to trade. Okay, and it will benefit you. All right, so now we know what news events to avoid, and now we know that we should wait if we do want to trade news, or if we're looking to potentially take a trade and we know that there is news that day and it isn't one of those 4 events, we wait for news to come out, we wait to see the data, and we'll talk about how to read the news data right now, and then we wait for you know, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Okay, let price develop, and then we can look to take a trade. Cool. Cool. Now let's talk about how to read news data. So Forex Factory makes this shit super easy. So the nice thing about this, we see CPI month to month, CPI year to year, core CPI month to month. Okay. As you can see right here, we have the forecast, which is what people in the news is predicting, right? Like CNN, Fox News, whatever. This is what Forex Factory is predicting the news will be, right? This is what everyone is predicting, right? And these numbers are the actual news data that ends up coming out. Okay, so when we see these numbers and they're different than the forecast and they're different than what people are expecting, we can open up this little folder. You just click the little folder and it brings you a bunch of data. Okay, we can see where it's coming from. Bureau of Labor Statistics, no one gives a fuck. Okay, measures, well, what is this talking about? Change in the price of goods and services purchased by people. So when you go to the grocery store, what are you buying, right? This is pretty much what it's measuring. Okay, this is the only thing that I care about, the usual effect, right? Because this will tell you the news bias. And that doesn't mean that should be your bias for the day. That's just telling you what the news came out as. So what was the forecast? 0.2. And also before the news comes out, this actual spot is blank. Okay, this is because news already came out, right? If we go and look at tomorrow, right, we see that it's blank. And if we click on this, right, we don't know what the news data is yet. Okay, but we have this one. So we see what is the usual effect. If the actual, right, it literally gives it to you. If actual is greater than the forecast, then it is good for the currency. Hold on though. Okay. This is where it gets tricky. Some of you guys might, it needs to take some time to understand this. For me, it makes complete sense, but some of you guys, it might take some time. Good for the currency. What does that mean? Does that mean good for the S&P 500? No! No! It does not mean good for the S&P 500. Is the S&P 500 the US currency? No. The S&P 500 is not the currency, bruh. What is the currency? The dollar. The DXY. And what do we know about the DXY? When the DXY goes up, anything against the dollar goes down. So gold, where's GU? GU, the S&P will follow down.
That was amazing sauce what he just gave us. Wait. So okay, this is amazing sauce right here. So DXY Well, it is currently falling, right? Let's go to S&P. Oh my fucking god. This is amazing sauce. Gold. Amazing. What a fucking genius.
So when it's S&P 500, the U. You guys might, it needs to take some time to understand this. For me, it makes complete sense, but some of you guys, it might take some time. Good for the currency. What does that mean? Does that mean good for the S&P 500? No! No! It does not mean good for the S&P 500. Is the S&P 500 the US currency? No. The S&P 500 is not the currency, bruh. What is the currency? The dollar, the DXY. And what do we know about the DXY? When the DXY goes up, anything against the dollar goes down. So gold, where's GU? GU, the S&P will follow down. So when it's good for the currency, when that means good for the dollar, that means bad for SPX, bad for gold, bad for GU, bad for EU, bad for AUD USD, bad for fucking anything against the US dollar. Good for the US dollar means bad for anything against it. That even goes for crypto. BTC slash USD, anything XXX slash USD, bad. SPX, bad. Good for the dollar, bad for SPX. Hopefully that gets it across. Okay, so when we see this, greater than forecast is good for currency. It was less than forecast, okay? All right? It was less than forecast. Okay? We see the DXY rally, bad for fucking, we see the fucking S&P fall. Okay, if we go on this, same shit. Greater than forecast, good for currency. Okay? Cool. Okay? And that doesn't mean that the chart is going to follow, right? Because we can see today, right? Greater than forecast, good for currency. It was less than the forecast. But what happened to DXY? It's fucking pumping, right? Right here, this candle is when the news came out. This is all that news did, right? We see, bad for the currency because the forecast was actually less. The actual was actually less than the forecast. We dropped down, but then what did DXY do? Rallies. It rallied. That's why we can't necessarily trust news bias, because price action is superior. That's why we have to wait for news to come out. Okay, right? We see that it was less than forecast, right? So that means it would be bad for the currency. We see DXY right when news comes out with this candle, it dumps, right? Bad for currency, boom, falls. What happened?
But I don't understand, because that news came out at 8:30 on his shit, and he's pointing out that one at 1 a.m. I mean at 1 p.m. Which does not make any sense. To me, at least. I don't know. Okay. Let's go over to this one. Let's go to USD, dollar. Let's go to... Okay, so... Actual greater than forecast... So it came out at 10 a.m. Let's go at 10 a.m. Okay, so at 10 a.m. let's go over. So was that when the news came out? Because it says 10 a.m. Hello? Okay, let's go on a 5-minute chart. We are at 27. am I not allowed to see the fucking chart?
Happened to the S&P 500? Fucking rallied, right? Where did it come out with news? Right here? Look, boom. Rallies. High, high, high. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily show you guys where market wants to go for the day. Right? Where did market end up going? The dollar ended up rallying. The dollar ended up eating up this news drop. So that's why we need to wait for news. Okay? So good for currency, bad for the S&P 500. Okay, same thing with these GBP stuff. Okay, however, we need to understand, right? Understand your currency pairs. If it is XXX/USD, right, and we have something that is good for the US dollar, whatever that pair is, it will go down because it's against the US.
I'm looking for the X's. I don't see any fucking X's. TJR, question mark. Where are the X's at?
US dollar, right? So if it's the Great British Pound against the US dollar and the US dollar benefits, then what does that mean? That means the pound against the dollar will fall because the US dollar is going to be stronger than the pound.
I knew I needed to find a way to navigate the market with more confidence. That's when I discovered Kraken's educational resources. Their guides to...
Can you guys, like, are we comprehending? Are we good with that? Write that down. Rewind that. Watch it again because, like, sometimes I don't know what it is about reading news, but some people, like, I try and explain this as simple as possible, but some people still don't understand it. Okay? So that's against the US dollar. Now hold on. This is where you might start bugging out. Really focus, okay? What about GBP/XXX, right? When there's news for Great British Pound, right? Look at how these pairs are set up, right? If we drag this over, what does it say? GBP JPY. That means, right, literally, Great British Pound against the yen. So for the news for Great British Pound, when we see, okay, less than forecast is good for currency. We had less than forecast. That means it's good for currency. That means if it's good for the pound, then anything pound against XXX will go up. It's different than against the US dollar, right? So if we have news for GBP, right? This one, for example, less than forecast, good for currency, good for the Great British Pound. If it's the pound against the dollar and the pound gets good news, good for that currency, then that pair is going to go up, right? But if it's whatever currency against the US dollar, right? It depends on what side of the parentheses, what side of the slash it is, right? Pound against the dollar, right? Versus, right, yeah, like pound against the dollar versus like USD JPY, okay, would be different for this, right? Because that's USD against the yen. Are we understanding that? We have to understand what side of the slash we are on. We have to understand that these we are literally comparing two currencies. It's a fraction. So the pound is on top, USD is on the bottom, right? So if we get good news for what's on top, that means up, up, up. If we get bad news for shit that's on the bottom, that means up, up, up. If we get good news for what's on the bottom, that means down, down, down. If we get bad news for what's on top, that means down, down, down. Is that making sense? Ready? We'll literally write this down. Does that make sense? And then we'll do a contrasting one like USD JPY. Does that make sense? And then we'll do a contrasting one like USD JPY. Less than forecast is good for currency. We had less than forecast. That means it's good for currency. That means if it's good for the pound, then anything pound against XXX will go up. it that makes sense. Okay. So whatever's on top, it's positive correlation. Whatever's on bottom, it's just inversed. Okay, so if it's good for currency on whatever's on the back end of the slash, it's inverse. Okay, so if we get good for currency on the US dollar, price is going to go down. If we get bad for currency on the US dollar, price is going to go up. Versus here on if USD's on the other side, if we get USD good for currency, price is going to go up. If we get USD bad for currency, price goes down. Screenshot this, put this in your notes, do whatever you have to do. That's how we find our news bias. Is news bias end all be all? No, it just helps us understand fucking news data. Okay? Cool. We got it. We locked in. Awesome. That's how you read news. And that's how you should trade news, right? Wait for news data to come out. If it's CPI, PPI, FOMC, or NFP, just call it quits, bruh. Sleep in. Live to trade another day. Don't lose your money. You're trading in improbable conditions. Odds are you're not profitable already, so that means you have a below a 50% chance to win the trade in the first place because you're not profitable. Okay. Along with news coming out gives you a lower probability of winning because you don't know how to trade and you have an improbable of news event coming out into the market. Terrible decision to trade. And you wonder why you guys lose money in these markets. Literally had this discussion with my Discord this morning. I literally had a Zoom call with my Discord telling them, literally I did a Zoom call. I told them I was going to trade and I did a Zoom call just so I could tell them not to trade. I'm trying to save y'all bread, man. Hopefully this video helped you understand news within the market. Hopefully you guys understand how to read news within the market with this stuff now. And hopefully you guys can set up your Forex factory and make sure you guys are checking this every single morning before you guys trade, because you don't want to get caught taking a trade and the next thing you know, news comes out 5 minutes later, stops you out, makes you lose a bunch of money. Cool? Cool. With that being said, you guys now know how to read news.
Perfect. Okay. Now we're all caught up to reading news, data. Okay. As you can see, with these massive eye fucking bags under my eyes, I don't sleep. I watch charts. I never sleep. Because if I go to sleep, I tweak out. So I just watch charts. Even when the market is closed, I'm watching the charts. Meditating. But yeah, now we know how to read news data, which is really cool and really useful. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Now we know how to read all of that. So, okay. Actual, greater than forecasts, and so on and so on. Let's go to... okay, so this one is the opposite. Wait, okay, no. That's why. Yeah, so this one, actual less than 4, yeah, so it's the opposite. I don't know what all of that fucking shit is. News, Trump is put on the countries. Oh yeah, Trump. Trump. Imposing tariffs everywhere. Why? I don't know. He's just different. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night, everyone.